Would I have bought the new Toyota Tundra in normal times? Well, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive FST. Real quick, if you haven't before, smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. So the big question, and I've thought about this myself, would I have bought the new 2022 Toyota Tundra during normal times? Now, what I'm talking about when I say normal times is when we don't have all this craziness going on. You know, the world sickness that is causing all kinds of problems, the semiconductor shortage that's causing all kinds of problems, the higher prices, all that stuff. We're going to cover all of that in this video, and then at the end, I'm going to let you know, did I make a mistake buying the Ram 1500? And would I have bought the new Tundra during normal times? Number one, and these are kind of the reasons why I didn't buy the Tundra. Number one is availability. You know, they're still trickling out. There aren't a lot of them out there available. You can order them, but I gotta be honest, I really wasn't in the mindset of ordering another truck. I had ordered my 2020 Toyota Tacoma, and it was a little specialized. I mean, I had some extra things on it and stuff. It was a manual transmission, and it took almost 6 months to get. I wasn't willing to wait 6 months for a couple reasons. One, I'm a little impatient. And two, as a YouTuber, I needed the expense, if you will, last year for tax purposes. So I couldn't wait for the new 2022 to be available or order one. Number two, pricing. You know, there's a lot of crazy stuff, I think, still going on with pricing for this new Tundra. You know, the one I looked at, and if you've seen, I did test drive one. I have a video on the channel about that. And the dealership was asking $10,000 as a premium over sticker. So I'm not used to that. You know, I did do it once. I bought a Honda Civic Type R and I paid $5 grand over sticker to get it. That's the dumbest thing I ever did. And I swore that I was never going to do it again. And I am never going to do it again. So just the fact that I would have had to have paid 10 grand over sticker to get that truck, the particular one that I was driving, wasn't going to happen. And it wasn't going to happen because that truck just didn't have enough stuff on it, if you will. It didn't have everything I wanted. It wasn't set up the way that I wanted it. And I wasn't going to settle for a truck that was less than what I had intended to get. You know, what I wanted originally was all the bells and whistles on it. I wanted the big screen. You can only get that on certain trim levels or pay extra money for it. I wanted the little elbow thing at the tail light that pops the gate on the back. It didn't have that either. There were just a number of things that it didn't have that I wanted. So there was no way I was going to pay a premium and get a truck that just wasn't going to cut it for me. Number three, reliability. You know, in the back of my head, and I got to admit, it wasn't a big concern for me when I had the inkling to get the new Tundra. But still, it was in the back of my head that I didn't want to get this truck and then have to live in the shop with it. I wasn't real concerned about Toyota fixing it. I know Toyota's going to fix it. They're a reliable, well-known company. Of course they're going to fix it. They have reputation and a brand new model to deal with. That wasn't my concern, and I suppose had there been problems with it, that would have made good content, but it's not the kind of content I want. I'm not looking to go buy a vehicle that has tons and tons of problems because it's a brand new model and it's unknown. And luckily for me, I guess, not so much for the ones that did buy it, they are having some troubles. It's not everybody. We're talking about the wastegate thing. We're talking about the radio glitches, some other things that I've heard about. Things that I would have had to have been in the shop with potentially a long time for the wastegate issue that I just wouldn't have wanted to deal with. So I do feel vindicated in not getting one and not having to worry about those issues. Number four, was it worthwhile? You know, is there enough new with the redesigned Tundra to make it worthwhile in trading off my 2021 Tundra? You know, I'm getting a smaller engine, turbocharged, which I didn't really want. Not a ton of different options. I mean, it would have had a few different things. Still had a radio. I had a radio before. Different configuration, a little bit bigger on the one that I was looking at, quite a bit bigger on the one that I wanted. But that's really about it. I mean, the interior, it was improved, but it's not earth-shatteringly improved. It's not so much better that when I jumped in that truck, I thought, wow, this blows my socks off. I want to sit in this thing every day. It didn't do that for me. The exterior appearance, I think the previous gen looks better. I don't think it's a good looking truck. So I would have had to have seen that thing. And the one that I was driving, by the way, did have the chrome mustache, the big chrome grille, the chrome mirrors on the back. If you watch my channels, you know I'm not a big chrome fan. Would have been good stuff to replace, but still not something that I wanted out of the gate. There was just too much of it. So it wasn't worthwhile for me. It didn't seem to me that there was enough that had been done to that truck, for me personally, to push me over the edge and go ahead and sign on that dotted line. Number 5, mod options. You know, I mentioned there's a lot of chrome and stuff that I could have changed, but I couldn't have changed it right away because the options for it just aren't out there. You can't get parts to change anything because the aftermarket people have to catch up. There's a period of time where they have to do their own R&D, come up with products that you or I would want for that truck. Now, some would say, well, there are blacked out options on Tundras rather that are being produced right now. You just could have bought those. I disagree. You can't even buy the trucks right now. I'm sure trying to buy extra parts for them is equally as difficult. So there wouldn't have been much that I could have done. I would have had to have lived with the truck the way that it was. I wouldn't have had any content for the channel. Just wasn't very appealing to me. So the big question is, would I have bought the new Tundra in normal times when I could have dickered with price, when there was availability and options out there to find? And the answer is no, I wouldn't have, because that truck just does not get it for me. What about the Ram? Did I make a mistake buying the Ram 1500? The answer is the same. No, I wanted to delve into something different. I was hoping the new Tundra would be something different. I'd be able to stay within the Toyota family and experience a whole new model. It was just disappointing for me. Not enough change, not enough availability for that to scratch my itch. The Ram 1500 did that. I love the Ram trucks anyway. It's completely different than the Tundra. It is yet to be seen how reliable it's going to be. That's one thing that I mentioned with the Tundra. But thus far, in the 2 or 3 months, whatever it is that I've had that truck, I haven't had any issues with it. It's smoother, it's quicker, it's more comfortable, and it has more up-to-date technology than my 2021 did. Nothing wrong with the 2021. It's an awesome, proven truck. I just needed to get into something else, both for me and for you guys for the channel. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know if you've been in the same situation. Would you maybe have wanted to buy the new Toyota Tundra, but you didn't because of all the things that I've mentioned? I'd be curious to know. Real quick, again, if you didn't do it earlier, smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about my 2021 Toyota Tacoma. And Rob Motive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.